Now by rotating the micrometer we can count for 20 fringes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The change in the micrometer reading, that is the difference in the initial and final micrometer reading, is denoted as D. The actual mirror moment D can be calculated from the equation D is equal to n lambda divided by 2, where lambda is the non-wavelength of the laser and n is the number of fringes we counted, that is 20 fringes. The calibration constant delta can be calculated from the equation delta is equal to D divided by D dash. After calibrating the micrometer, we change the diode laser and place the unknown laser whose wavelength we are supposed to determine. Here also we adjust the mirrors and beam splitters to get interference fringes at the screen. Then we again rotate the micrometer to count 20 fringes and note down the initial micrometer reading and reading after counting 20 fringes. We repeat the experiment and find the difference in the micrometer reading D. Then we can calculate the wavelength of the laser from the equation lambda equal to 2D delta divided by n, where delta is the calibration constant and n is the number of fringes we counted. The second aim of the experiment is to find the refractive index of the glass slide. For that, we use the laser of wavelength 532 nanometer in the setup. We will get the interference fringes at the screen. Then we place a glass slide which is mounted on a rotation stage between the beam splitter and the movable mirror perpendicular to the optical path. Due to the change in the refractive index of the medium by placing the glass slide, the optical path length changes. Correspondingly, the interference fringes get shifted. Now you can see the interference pattern on the screen. Now we are placing the glass slide in between the optical path. You can see the fringes are get shifted. Then we rotate the rotation stage by counting 20 fringes and note down the value of the angle. Then repeat the rotation for next 20 fringes and so on and note down the corresponding angle values. The refractive index of the glass plate can be calculated using the equation n is equal to 2t minus n lambda into 1 minus cos theta divided by 2t into 1 minus cos theta minus n lambda, where theta is the angle rotated and n is the number of fringes and t is the thickness of the glass plate, that is 1.25 millimeter. The next aim of the experiment is to find the refractive index of the air. We are using the same experimental setup for that also. Here we mount a pressure cell in between the arms of the interferometer. Okay, we are placing the pressure cell. In the screen you can see when we place the pressure cell, the interference fringes get shifted. As we change the pressure in the pressure cell, the optical path length also changes and as a result the fringes get shifted. We pressurize the cell up to 300 millimeter mercury and slowly release the air in order to count the number of fringes that are passing with respect to a fixed point. We note the reading of the pressure gauge and corresponding number of fringes. You have to plot the graph between number of fringes and the corresponding pressure. The slope of the graph will give you the value of m divided by delta p, and putting this value in the equation, m divided by delta p is equal to d into n minus 1 divided by lambda into 1 by p atm. We can calculate the refractive index of the air. Here d is the length of the pressure cell, that is 8 centimeter, and p atm is the atmospheric pressure, that is 76 millimeter mercury.